Hi guys, welcome back. I am nervous. As you can see, we're gonna try knitting today. I really want to knit a pair of socks, but I know that my skills are not quite there yet. I did start knitting when I was in like 4th grade, but I only know how to knit and purl and really only how to make rectangles. I also stopped knitting in like high school when I found out about crochet, and I was like, this is so much easier. So I have some practicing to do before I can make a pair of socks, for sure. So I figured today I'm just gonna try to make a beanie, knit on straight needles, just to practice my techniques. So I'm following this tutorial on YouTube that I found. It's by KnittingHouseSquare. It's just a step-by-step knitting tutorial, ribbed beanie, knit flat. There's a part of me that wants to like go rogue and do my own thing, but I'm going to restrain myself and follow it word for word and do exactly what she says so that I don't mess it up. And I'm sure that I'll still mess it up, but it'll help my chances, you know what I mean? The pattern calls for 3.75 millimeter needles, but I have a size 6, which is 4 millimeters, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm really bad at like sizing and stuff. This is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna use. I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. And she's using a weight 4 yarn. The yarn that I wanted to use is like a weight 3, so I was gonna like consider just doing that, and then I was like, no, Justine, follow the rules for once in your life. So I just picked, I have this leftover gray acrylic. It's just like your generic kind of medium weight yarn. That's what I'm gonna use because this is just like for practice mostly. It's gonna be interesting. So they do the long tail, what is it? Long tail cast on, I think it's called. And I had to relearn how to do that. I think I used to cast on differently. Like I used to just like twirl around my finger and do like a one little loop-de-loop. I don't know what that's called. Pardon my uneducation. In-education? I have to cast on 112 stitches. So I'll see you in 7 years. I'm feeling pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going into this project feeling like I'm just gonna nail it. It's gonna be like a one and done. After my last project, if you saw that mess of that cardigan, I need just like an easy, straightforward, like that's why I'm just straight up following a tutorial, because first of all, I don't know what I'm doing. Second of all, I need to give my brain a break because that cardigan broke my brain. I feel like I'm gonna fall in love with knitting, like low key. But yeah, I'm going to finish this cast on and then I'll check in with you. Hopefully my tail is long enough. My tail's not gonna be long enough. I'm just going to immediately start over so that I don't get too far, and I'm gonna make my tail hella long because fuck that. Okay, so I've cast it on, and unfortunately that's all I'm gonna be able to do today, or at least right now. I have to run to work. I left my tail way too long, but I can just trim it, and I'll be back soon, I mean for you milliseconds, to actually start knitting. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, so I'm here to actually start. This pattern is very basic. It's just knit 1 and then knit 1, purl 1, and then your last stitch you purl 1. Yeah, and then I believe she does some decreases before she seams it all together. So we'll find out, I suppose. But in the time being, it's gonna be like pretty basic, pretty boring, and I'm slow as heck. You know, I'll check in a few times, let you know how it's going. I know that there's like ways to hold your yarn and techniques that make this process of like flipping back and forth so much faster. Like I see people knit and they're fast as fuck. I'm not there yet. We're on the slow boat to China, but I'm okay with that because I'm just practicing. So anyways. Okay, so here's where we are. It's looking pretty good. The ribbing is nice. It's gonna be nice and stretchy. Oh shoot. I keep on doing this, and this is fatal in knitting. One thing I hate about it, but if you drop a stitch in knitting, you're fucked. Things are going pretty well, but something's weird here. I don't know what I did, and I'm nervous about approaching it, but I think I'll be able to figure it out. I realized when I'm supposed to knit, it looks like a little V, and when I'm supposed to purl, it's like a little bump. Kind of proud of that. I think I'm gonna be done for today. This is gonna take a while. I didn't think this was gonna take this long. This is like a couple hours of work. But so far, mostly good. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. If I'm being honest, this has taken me like a couple of weeks to get through, mostly because I knit like a caveman. Also, you might notice this little patch of weird right here. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, and I started knitting the purls and purling the knits for a very brief moment before I realized I'm not skilled enough to know how to like undo, if you even can. I'm sure you can. So I just kept going, and because there's gonna be a brim on this hat, it's probably gonna fold up and cover it anyways, right? So it's fine. Yeah, so basically I'm at the point now where I'm supposed to start decreasing. So we're gonna just see how it goes. I don't really know. Knit one and then place a stitch marker. You don't have to use like detachable ones, but these are the only ones I have. Knit one, purl one for 20 stitches. Got 'em. Okay, so you want to see how I've been doing this? Because these needles are really fucking long, I literally have been balancing this needle on my lap and using it to like hold my work basically as I switch back and forth, so I can kind of get like a pretty good rhythm going. I know this is like probably painful for some of you to watch if you're like an avid knitter, so I apologize because this is just how it's going for me. Okay, we do this thing called slip, slip, knit. Which I believe it just changes the direction of the loop and knits two together. Okay, anyways, I think I got distracted when I was saying that sentence, but basically I think when you slip, slip, knit, it changes the direction of the loops on your needles, probably to make the decrease cleaner looking. Perhaps. It's just a theory. I don't actually know what's happening at any point in time with knitting, so. All right, I think I can do this. We got our stitch markers on, and I'm feeling like pretty confident also. Just like feeling super rejuvenated because I realized now that we're decreasing, it's gonna start going faster and faster. Every row is gonna get smaller, and I love that. I guess I'm just gonna keep going. It's just gonna be a whole bunch more decreases. So I'll just update you when something else interesting happens, I suppose. That's all I really got right now. It's literally the next day. I am wearing the same outfit. We don't have to talk about it. I wasn't gonna say anything, but it's just so obvious. Anyways, that's not why you're here. I am about to do my last decrease row. Pretty good, huh? It's very interesting how it kind of makes these seams. I don't know if I'm gonna love that. It's like a little bit boxy, but we're gonna wait till the end to see how it comes out to really be the judge of that. Also, my camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna change the battery. I'll be right back. So this last row is basically just knitting two together the whole way down. This is so satisfying because this project literally took up more than this whole needle, and now it's just... Okay, so then we are passing our loops over and dropping... Oh, you don't have to dramatically throw your stitch markers. Just passing the loops.
So over here, I have these first set of stitches that come down the side. Then if I stretch out my work, I can see those bars that are in between the first and the second column of stitches. So as I go down, I'm gonna pick up these bars on this side.
I think I understand. Okay. It's not like a regular cast off. You're just casting off basically onto your tapestry needle. And then pull it through. So basically, I'm just gonna seam up the sides. And so what she does do is she seams it along the outside, and then when you get to the brim, you like flip it over and you seam the other side so that when you flip the brim up, you don't see any seam anywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna do this real quick. And then this is it. We're gonna be done. Ah. So it's definitely not seamless. You can definitely see my seam. So this is what I was talking about before, is you reverse where you do your seam, because I'm going to fold it up. So, I mean, you can definitely still see the seam, but at least it's not bulky. Like, the bulky part is on the inside. And that's the beanie. Okay, so it's a little bit like cone shaped. Not gonna lie, I'm scared to try it on in front of you. But I guess I have to do it. Here we go. Ooh! Okay, so I look dumb in hats no matter what. What do we think? Okay, honestly, the ribbing is really nice, but low-key, I think I'm gonna stick with crocheting for a while. I think what I'm gonna do actually for my next video is crochet the exact same freaking hat just to compare. Obviously it won't be the same because it's crochet, but I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna mimic this hat, but crochet version, and just see how I feel about it. I know I'm gonna like it better just in general because it's gonna be a lot faster. Here, let me give you like a spin. Oh my god, my cat is like judging me hardcore. Hi, Chi-Chi. It's a little pointy at the top. Is that better? Me trying to model a hat that I look terrible in. LOL. But overall, I feel like this was like a good reintroduction into knitting for me. It was good practice of like some of the basic techniques. And I still want to knit a sock. That might happen soon. It also might not. I can't make any promises because I might be done with knitting for a little while. I need a break. I'm gonna do some more crochet. I will see you in my next video. I hope you're doing well. I look like Toad, like a mushroom head. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And thanks for being here. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.